for that particular ward, that community, that neighborhood. It's from 2011. That's the latest I was able to find, at least in my quick look. But the government census showed for Kingsbury Park, which is what you see here, for the most part, it is sort of like the Brooklyn, New York, if you will, potentially. Very young, 20s and 30s, young families, described by some rental sites, if you will, as being fun with the pubs, yet having a little bit of graffiti, a bit rough in some places, cool, if you will, quote unquote, in others. So that Brooklyn, New York of old, that was sort of the parallel to what potentially this neighborhood is. At least that's the way one or two rental sites were describing it. And it's small as well here, Jim, about 14,000 people in this one ward. And the ethnic breakdown, it's 2/3 white and 1/3 minority. The latest change in recent years, we're remarking in the census, was a larger number of Asians, and mostly South Asian is normally what that means in vernacular when using the word Asian in the UK, and an increase in the number of black, 18% of that particular ward, and crime was trending down, at least from the last census that I looked at from 2011. So that complexity of this neighborhood gives us a sense of what they're seeing, what they're worried about. And you were talking about getting the services as they sit about 30 minutes north of London Bridge, 30 minutes north of Big Ben, potentially one of those quote-unquote bedroom communities if you were to work downtown, right? And then you might drive back home to North London.
Right, and when you're in the law enforcement service, you want to make sure that you're treating everybody the same. You're giving the person in the neighborhood that's far out or may not have as much economic advantage, you put the same emphasis on the case there that you would in another part of the city. And I think we're seeing that here. That's a good message. But yes, you're describing, Richard, exactly an international community in a major city of the world. Brooklyn, London, many cities, Paris. We have these, they're just great international communities. People from all over come there, young people. They're trying